Late in the day here, but a big crowd waiting for the sidecars. We're pushed to the back of the programme basically because of the oil contamination. Completely understandable. The organisers cannot have a British Superbike weekend disrupted, but this is going to be a cracking race because we have another full grid and positions based on the result of the first race. So we have Andy Peach starting again from pole position. Roger Lovelock then into second. Paymundo.com's Tony Brown has got to do something here. A great result for him in the first race, credited with fourth place. Can he go one better and get it on the podium? Peach then from Lovelock, then Tony Brown ahead of Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood on the Be Wiser Kawasaki. That very, very pretty outfit, running in the same team, of course, as Be Wiser's Chris Walker and Danny Buchan in the British Superbike paddock. There's some rumour as well that Roger Lovelock, who's moving ahead, could possibly link up with Bill Bass and run his BMW in Bill Bass colours, but that is out there in the ether. Nothing confirmed yet. Lovelock, though, leads from Peach. Then it's Brown on the right of your picture. Then on the inside, Ricky Stevens again. Steve Kershaw, number 29, and Rob Wilson. What a season they're having so far. Simon Gilbert and Carl Morgan, the number 11 outfit behind them. Peach has got his head down, he's back in front. Lovelock shadowing him. Up the inside goes Stevens, is there contact there? This is close, very forceful riding by the man from Portsmouth. Ricky Stevens then, Ryan Charlwood in another podium position. If they finish there, that will be 4 podiums they've had in 4 British Championship races thus far in 2015. Peach desperately needs those points. He was talking about the speed. The lap record round here, 48.239, set by the Birchall brothers, who are not here this weekend. Neither is Tim Reeves. Tim Reeves is in Le Mans on World Championship duty, leaving these boys to maximise their points opportunity. The proverbial cat's away, so the mice are very much going to play. These are not quite as much mice as very serious rats. They're at it. Big, brutal and tough. Peach from Lovelock, from Stevens, then it's Tony Brown. Simon Gilbert making a good fist of it in 6th place ahead of Ian Guy and Ken Edwards. Look how close they are. There's Guy in the all black outfit at the back of your picture behind the fluorescent orange of Gilbert. There's Guy. Sean Hegarty gaining ground. Oh, another retirement for Gary Bryan and James Wynne. That was the outfit which deposited the contamination in the opening encounter. They've retired again, possibly discretion being the better part of valour in this race 2 on the Indy circuit at Brands Hatch. Kershaw moving through on Tony Brown. Brilliant move at Paddock Hill Bend. Swooping then up Halewood Hill. This will be back to 2nd gear round here, keeping it tight. Kershaw very smooth. I actually rode with him some 3 seasons ago. Look at Tony Brown's out of it. Tony Brown on the Paymundo.com. He and Sam Christie are retiring, so no more points on this weekend for Paymundos.com Tony Brown. Points very much in the focus of Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson, as indeed Stevens now up to 2nd place. Ricky Stevens, Ryan Charlwood have gone one better. There, the stricken Kawasaki of Brown and Sam Christie being pushed away to safety behind the tyre wall. Marshall's here at Brands Hatch doing a great job, I have to say. This whole British Superbike Championship acknowledged as one of the best series in the world. Certainly the sidecar element is the best championship in the world. Spinning Lovelock onto the grass, but he's kept it running, weaving his way through the barriers here, but he's lost several places, 4 at least. Lovelock and Alto back in business on the Driver Wolf BMW. Let's see what happened. Here we are at Druids. Oh, just lost the back end. That was simply going in a bit too hot, a bit of brake. Couldn't get it driving out, but he kept it running on the grass, and that's skill for you. Not yet at half distance. Peach and Richardson, they get around here so quickly. A 12-lap race is going to vanish in the twinkling of an eye. Hegarty now, strongly past Gilbert and Ian Guy. Lovelock playing catch-up. Finning Cat, Ben Holland and Ben Bygrave on the Blue Machinery Suzuki are scrapping a bit further down the order for something like 8th and 9th, yes indeed, 8th and 9th places, ahead of Gary Horsepole, Jimmy Connell Ian Drown, Jed Pilmore Brady. There is Ian Drown on the white outfit in the middle of your picture. Ahead of Matt McLaurin and AD Hope, who have done a good job since coming into this championship. They look well turned out. There's Gary Horspool, Jimmy Connell, who had a big knock actually at Donington Park. Jimmy Connell wrenched his shoulder, but he's back fighting fit, the young Scotsman. And this pair go well together. Got to get a bit of confidence again. There, McLaurin Hope. They're the race leader. Oh, and Stevens is catching him. Ricky Stevens is catching. This is Kawasaki, plays Kawasaki. And a quickest lap, 48.329. That is 1/10 of a second outside the existing lap record. Are we going to see a new lap record here in this race? Just over half distance. Peach and Richardson lead. Stevens and Charlwood shadowing them now. Something like 3, maybe 4 outfit lengths between them. Is the Be-Wiser Kawasaki going to climb to the top of the podium? It's already on the second step. Blue skies, the cloud has broken up. The track temperature's come up a little bit since we got the race underway, and underneath goes Stevens into the lead. Imperious overtaking move at Paddock Hill Bend, and very brave indeed. By golly, this engine is prepared well. Tommy Hill, the Be-Wiser team manager, was very animated and excited on pit wall. It's great to know that he takes an interest in the progress of the Sidecar team. They've certainly done a good job for the sponsors. Has Andy Peach, though, got anything left? The seasoned campaigner Andy Peach, who since switching to Kawasaki Power has really got the bike on the pace. Didn't have that much success with BMW last year. Just couldn't get the electrics dialed in. They are notoriously difficult to get working right, but when you get them working right, by golly, they're quick. These two Kawasaki's though, and you'll notice one or two of these outfits sporting a little sticker. The Ryan Tolley Leukemia Trust Fund, the fighter sticker, and you can see it there on the front of Andy Peach's outfit. A charity for Ryan Tolley, who sadly lost his life to that wicked disease, and they're fundraising throughout the Sidecar paddock towards it, so all power to that cause. There it is, Stevens, Peach and Kershaw. Kershaw in a podium position, the number 29, and only 3 seconds adrift at 3/4 race distance. That is not too shabby. Horspool, Drown and McLaurin fighting for 9th, 10th, 11th place. Ahead of them, we've still got Ben Holland, and you can see the blue machinery bike of Ben Bygrave. Hegarty gaining ground. Sean Hegarty and James Neve ahead of this bunch. Simon Gilbert, Ian Guy and Ken Edwards. There's Lovelock. Through goes Ben Holland. Ben Holland on the fitting cap Kawasaki, passing Ian Guy and Ken Edwards. Now chasing down. Hegarty in 4th place, but he's having a bit of a lonely race. He's a second off Kershaw, and he's 6 seconds ahead of this lot. And leading the charge, Lovelock and Alto. Simon Gilbert now coming under pressure from Ben Holland. Ben Holland moving through on the inside. Ben Bygrave, 4 abreast into Surtees and up towards Clearways again. Look at Ben Holland. He's now got his head down. We know this man can charge well. All he's got to do is get the Kawasaki going well, and they're on it, Holland and Watson. Likeable pair. Penultimate lap, Holland-Watson, fitting cap Kawasaki lead this charge from Guy, Simon Gilbert and Carl Morgan, number 11, ahead of Ben Bygrave and Justin Sharp, number 74. There they are on the blue machinery Suzuki. Still running Suzukis, 1 or 2 of these, Bygrave one of them, and of course Sean Hegarty still running Suzuki. Spent a fortune over the winter on a 2013 brand new Suzuki engine and is still getting it sorted. Race leaders though, Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood on the penultimate lap. It'll be 1.2 miles then of the Brands Hatch Indy circuit for the Be-Wiser Kawasaki pairing to do to lift a podium, their first win, top step of the podium shall I say, in 2015 for this pair. And what a result, and unless my mathematics are wrong, they're going to be leading the championship after this, significantly by more than a handful of points. Because Peach and Richardson came away from Donington with a miserable score by their standards. They want to do something about it. Riding round then in the sunlight here at Brands Hatch, with the victorious Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood. Ooh, getting it a little bit bumpy round there, the round clearways for the last time. It'll be a sprint to the flag, 12 laps completed. What a cracking race they've had here at Brands Hatch. Ryan Charlwood cannot contain his enthusiasm. They're both jumping up and down. Runner-up Andy Peach, and a brilliant podium for Steve Kershaw, Rob Wilson. Hegarty, though, was closing all the way. Looks as though he's got his act together on that Suzuki. Lovelock got 5th after a spin at Druids, and what a fight this lot had. Good entertainment for a big crowd here who stayed to watch this one. They love the sidecars, a colourful and entertaining addition to any British Superbike weekend. Nearly 10 minutes that race, and I bet it seemed a lot quicker than that when you were in the cockpit. Look at these lads, absolutely thrilled to bits. Not the first, not the last victory, shall I say, that we will see from them in 2015. There's a lot more to come from Stevens and Charlwood. There's your podium, Peach and Kershaw. They've got to be thrilled. Hegarty was closing all the time. Lovelock a little bit off the back, but he scores solid points ahead of Holland, Guy, Gilbert, Bygrave and Sharp, Ian Drown and Jed Pillmore Brady 10th. McLaurin Gray was credited with a finish this time. Brilliant. Martin Kurt just out of the points.